Some games are good, and some games are great, but every so often, a game comes along that's pure mwah, chef's kiss perfection. The ones where you play them and they just stick in your mind long after playing. These games set the bar for what games can achieve, magical experiences that show the rest of the gaming world how things should be done. So here are my picks of 12 perfect 10 out of 10 games you have to play. Quick disclaimer here, they aren't rated worst to best, it's just 12 games I think you need to play at least once, and I promise they will make you want to play them again and again. Let's get this thing started. At number 12, we have The Witcher 3. This game is an absolute masterpiece. The narrative is phenomenal, and Geralt's journey trying to find his adopted daughter Ciri is full of many impactful choices. The world is truly alive and packed full of things to do. It is one of the best open worlds ever made. There are diverse towns and cities to explore, treasures to find, and every time I start playing this game again, I'm reminded why I love it so much. The story is where Witcher 3 truly shines. It's a tale of love, loss, and destiny. The narrative is deeply engaging, with choices that have real consequences, making each playthrough unique. There is hardly a moment in this game that you could not be immersed with. There are many mythical beasts to fight, and the combat is an exciting mix of swordplay, alchemy, and magic, which is fun, challenging, and rewarding. The expansions Heart of Stone and Blood and Wine added over 30 hours of content, with more choices, more beasts to slay, and even more places to explore. The Witcher 3 truly is a perfect game, and if you are a fan of RPGs, this is one you should definitely give a try. At number 11, we have Shadow of the Colossus. This game is a bit older, but it's truly a masterclass in game making. It was released back in 2005 for the PlayStation 2 and was later remastered. The game was very innovative for its time, and its mix of minimal storytelling and breathtaking visuals is something you must experience. It proves that games can be more than just a game, and can be a serious form of artistic expression. The game follows Wanda, a young man on a mission to revive a girl named Mono by defeating 16 massive colossi in a forbidden land. Each Colossus battle is a unique puzzle, requiring different approaches to defeat them. The game's hauntingly beautiful world and striking visuals create an immersive experience that draws players in. Its sparse narrative and emotional depth provoke a range of emotions, making the player ponder the moral implication of Wanda's quest. Shadow of the Colossus goes beyond traditional gaming, showcasing video games as a powerful medium for storytelling and artistic expression. It truly is a magical game that I think everyone should experience. At number 10, we have Ghost of Tsushima. Ghost of Tsushima is more than just a game. It's an epic journey through one of the most strikingly beautiful crafted open worlds ever created. Every detail from the swaying grass to the haunting melodies immerses you in the heart of feudal Japan. I took so many photos in photo mode while playing this game, and it's hard to put into words how beautiful it is. The combat is fluid and satisfying, offering a perfect balance between stealth and direct confrontation. The story is deeply moving, exploring themes of honour, sacrifice, and the cost of war. The way you find your objectives in the game is, instead of traditional waypoints or markers, it uses the guiding wind. Players can swipe up on the touchpad to summon a gust of wind that subtly directs them towards the next objective. This enhances immersion, and perfectly fits in with the game's awe-inspiring visuals. Ghost of Tsushima captures the spirit of the samurai, the beauty of the land, and the resilience of its people. It's a love letter to Japanese culture and history, and it's a perfect 10 out of 10 game, and one you must play to fully experience the beauty and soul of the game. At number 9, we have The Last of Us. The Last of Us is widely acclaimed as a masterpiece in the gaming world, praised for its compelling narrative, immersive gameplay, and emotional depth. Released in 2013 by Naughty Dog, the game follows Joel and Ellie as they navigate a post-apocalyptic United States, forming a deep bond amongst the chaos. The game's storytelling is exceptional, blending intense action with moments of quiet reflection. The characters are richly developed, with performances by Troy Baker and Ashley Johnson bringing Joel and Ellie to life in a way that resonates deeply with players. The narrative explores themes of survival, loss, and the length one will go to protect loved ones, making it a profoundly moving experience. Gameplay in The Last of Us is equally impressive, combining stealth, combat, and exploration in a seamless manner. The game's numerous accolades and awards, including multiple Game of the Year awards, underscore its impact and excellence. The Last of Us stands as a testament to the potential of video games as a medium for storytelling and emotional engagement, earning its place as a perfect 10 out of 10 game. Next down at number 8, we have Bioshock. Bioshock on the surface looks like a standard sci-fi first-person shooter, but it is so much more. The game's primary focus is on its story, a sci-fi mystery that uniquely blends retro and futuristic elements. Much of the narrative in the game comes through radio transmissions and audio logs scattered throughout the environment. This creates a captivating and immersive story, and the world immediately draws you in and keeps you hooked until you have unravelled the mysteries of the undersea city of Rapture. There are moral choices, and these affect the outcome and even your progression in the game, which gives it a deeper layer of replayability and complexity. I won't spoil the plot, but I'm sure most of you know the twist in the game if I mention the phrase, "would you kindly?" It's a shocking twist that is iconic. Even now, 17 years later, I still think about it from time to time. It's a perfect game that must be experienced at least once, so if you haven't, I highly recommend you dive into Rapture and uncover its secrets. Down at number 7 we have Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater. Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater is a critically acclaimed entry in the Metal Gear series, known for its deep storytelling, innovation and immersive atmospheres. Released in 2004 for the PlayStation 2, the game takes players back to the Cold War era, following the story of Naked Snake, who is sent on a mission to rescue a scientist to thwart a nuclear threat. The game introduces survival elements, such as hunting for food and treating injuries. This adds a layer of realism and immersion. The game's jungle setting is richly detailed, creating a vivid and engaging environment. The narrative is complex and emotionally charged, exploring themes of loyalty, sacrifice, and the consequences of war. The genius behind this masterpiece is Hideo Kojima, a visionary game designer known for throwing curveballs at players and his cinematic and out-of-the-norm approach to game development. Kojima's influence is evident in the game's intricate plot and memorable characters, solidifying Metal Gear Solid 3 as a standout title in the series. The game showcases the potential of video games to deliver powerful cinematic experiences, thanks to Kojima's innovative vision and storytelling prowess. With the remake coming out soon, which I honestly cannot wait to play, hopefully a new generation of players can experience this masterpiece. At number 6 we have The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. First and foremost, the sheer scale and beauty of the game world are unparalleled. From lush forests to towering mountains and ancient ruins, every environment is meticulously crafted, inviting players to explore and discover. In Tears of the Kingdom, Link and Zelda uncover a mysterious substance called gloom beneath Hyrule Castle. Their discovery awakes the ancient evil Ganondorf, who attacks them, causing Zelda to vanish and Link to be gravely injured. Link then must embark on an epic journey to stop Ganondorf and reunite with Zelda. The thing that really makes this game stand out against all the others is the Ultra Hand. This ability lets Link grab, rotate and attach various objects to create vehicles, structures and other contraptions. This adds a whole new layer of creativity and strategy to the game. Whether you're constructing a simple boat or a car, the possibilities are endless. The combat in Tears of the Kingdom is both challenging and rewarding, with a vast array of weapons, abilities and enemies. Every encounter feels fresh and exciting. The game encourages players to experiment with different tactics and approaches, making each battle unique. Its stunning visuals, unique gameplay mechanics and compelling story make Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom a must-play. It's a perfect 10 out of 10 game that can be enjoyed by everyone. At number 5 is God of War. God of War is a masterclass in storytelling and game design. The narrative is deeply emotional, exploring the complex relationship between Kratos and his son Atreus. The world is beautiful and packed with detail. From the towering mountains to the hidden caves, the attention to detail is astounding. The game seamlessly blends exploration, combat and storytelling, creating an immersive experience that keeps you engaged from start to finish. The combat is brutal and satisfying. The Leviathan axe is one of the best weapons in any game I have ever played. You start with a simple light and heavy attack, but as you progress you unlock new abilities. It is so much fun slicing enemies to pieces. You can throw it and call it back to you just like Thor's hammer, and I can't tell you how long I just messed about with this mechanic, throwing it then calling it back to me. God of War is a masterpiece that sets a new standard for action-adventure games. It's a story of fatherhood, loss and the quest for redemption. It's a fun, emotional and complex experience and it definitely deserves its spot on this list. At number 4 we have Plague Tale Innocence. A game that I don't think gets enough love and praise. A Plague Tale Innocence to me is a standout title in the gaming world. Released in 2019, the game follows the harrowing journey of Amicia and her younger brother Hugo as they navigate the horrors of the Black Plague in 14th century France. The game's storytelling is exceptional, weaving a tale of survival, family and resilience against overwhelming odds. The relationship between Amicia and Hugo is deeply moving. The narrative is both heart-wrenching and compelling, exploring themes of innocence lost and the brutal realities of a plague-ridden world. A Plague Tale Innocence excels in its gameplay mechanics, blending stealth, puzzle solving and action seamlessly. Players must use light to ward off swarms of deadly rats while also evading or confronting human enemies. The richly detailed environment and hauntingly beautiful visuals create an immersive atmosphere that draws players into its dark medieval setting. A Plague Tale Innocence has received numerous awards for its storytelling and design. It stands as a testament to the power of video games to deliver profound, emotionally resonant experiences. Its combination of compelling narrative and stunning presentation makes it a perfect 10 out of 10 game. Something obvious now at number 3, Red Dead Redemption 2. I mean, it had to be on the list, it's an obvious choice, right? There has never been a game world more immersive and realistic, than the world of Red Dead Redemption 2. From the dynamic weather to the lifelike animations, everything comes together to create a living, breathing environment. The world feels alive, with every NPC having their own routines and stories. Animals and wildlife actually behave as they would in real life. Every little detail has been meticulously crafted to be as realistic as possible. It's not just the world though. The story is deep and you really do get invested in the tale of Arthur Morgan, an outlaw grappling with his own morality and the changing world around him. The narrative is deeply engaging, with choices that have real consequences, making each playthrough unique. There is hunting, fishing, card game, bar fights, shootouts, the game has everything. This is a game you can spend hundreds of hours in and never get bored. There is always something new to do. There is a reason why nobody makes cowboy games anymore, and that reason is Red Dead Redemption 2. It's the perfect 10 out of 10 game that everyone should play. Down at number 2 we have Mass Effect Legendary Edition. Now, this is cheating slightly, I know that, but it was released as a single game, so I think that's justified. The entire Mass Effect trilogy has a rich and compelling story. You play as Commander Shepard, a character whose decisions shape the fate of the galaxy. The narrative is deeply engaging, with complex characters, moral dilemmas, and a plot that keeps you on the edge of your seat. One of the standout features of Mass Effect is its branching dialogue system. Your choices matter, influencing relationships, story outcomes, and the decisions you make in the first game that have consequences all the way to the end of the third. The combat in Mass Effect is a blend of real-time shooting and tactical squad commands, and the variety of weapons, biotic powers, and tech abilities allows for diverse playstyles. The Mass Effect universe is vast and beautifully crafted. Each location is filled with lore, side missions, and secrets waiting to be discovered. The Mass Effect trilogy is truly a masterpiece of storytelling, gameplay, and world building. Its unforgettable characters, impactful choices, and epic scale make it a must-play for any gamer. It's a perfect 10 out of 10 game that everyone should play at least once, if not multiple times. Now, finally, down at number 1 we have Cyberpunk 2077 and the Phantom Liberty DLC. Now, it's no secret that when it released, Cyberpunk 2077 was broken. I'll be honest here, I actually still enjoyed the game, but I understand the backlash and why people didn't. Since then, however, CD Projekt Red have worked hard to get the trust of gamers back and make Cyberpunk closer to what we all thought it would be. With the updates and Phantom Liberty DLC, which I honestly think is one of the best DLCs ever made, this game 100% deserves to be on this list. The base game is also amazing now too. The combat is fast-paced and exhilarating, the wide array of weapons, cyberware and abilities provides endless possibilities for taking down enemies. The world building is top-notch. Night City is both beautiful and dangerous, teeming with life and detail. Each district has its own unique atmosphere, from the neon-lit streets of Japantown to the gritty underbelly of Pacifica. The Phantom Liberty DLC expands on this foundation, introducing new characters, missions and areas to explore. The story is gripping, filled with twists and turns that keep you hooked from start to finish. It's a worthy addition that enhances the overall experience. Cyberpunk 2077 and its Phantom Liberty DLC have evolved into a masterpiece. The stunning visuals, deep customization, engaging story and improved gameplay make it a must-play. And it is now, after a lot of hard work from CD Projekt Red, a perfect 10 out of 10 game. And if you haven't gone back and tried it since all the updates, I could not urge you more to do so. And that concludes my list of 12 perfect 10 out of 10 games you have to play. What games would you have added to the list? Let me know down in the comments below. Thanks for watching. If you haven't subscribed, now's a great time to do so. If you liked this video, please give it a like, and I'll catch you in the next video.